Hey guys, hope everyone had a good weekend. Today we're going to be doing our chapter 7 review. It's going to be a little unconventional because it's going to be on YouTube. So I want you guys to be able to sit back, relax, and just go over your review and watch me solve these questions. All right. So we've been working with fractions. We've been multiplying fractions. We haven't really I haven't really used a lot of shapes because I don't think it is the best way of learning fractions. But our test is very shape oriented. So I just wanted to break it down and discuss it to show you how it's the same thing of what we've been learning. So let's start off with number one. Which fraction model represents 3 times 2/3? So envision what does 2/3 look like in your head, right? So it would be a box, and we'd have cut into three, and two would be shaded in. So we would need 3 of these models to represent 3 2/3, which represents 3 times 2/3. So which one would look here? And that answer would be C. Sorry for the poor drawing, by the way. As you can see, my drawings aren't the best. All right, let's move on to the next one. Mr. Martinez made 5 trays of brownies for his family. The family ate 3/4 of the trays. Which of the following shows the amount of brownies that was eaten? So here is a visual representation of the brownies that were eaten by Mr. Martinez's family. But the beauty of this is they're already giving me the numbers, so I don't really need to use the models. So all I need to multiply is 5 times 3/4. It's a whole number, so we're going to put it over 1 and then multiply numerator times numerator and denominator times denominator. Improper fraction, as you can see, A, B, C, or D, none of them are improper, so I need to make it a mixed number. I know 4 goes into 15 3 times, which is going to give me 12. Let's subtract, and it's going to give me 3 3/4. A, B, C, or D, and it is going to be C. So far, so good. Let's look at the next one. Allison pours 5 6 gallons of water into a jug. The next morning, she finds 2/3 of, let's go back to the first lesson of multiplying. Of means multiply. The next morning, she finds that 2/3 of the water is gone. What is the amount of water in gallons that is gone? 5 6 times 2/3. I know 5 times 2 is 10. 6 times 3 is 18. 10 over 18 is not there, so it's not that I'm wrong. I just need to check to simplify. 1 times 10, 2 times 5. 1 times 18, 2 times 9, 3 times 6. Our GCF here is 2. So we're going to divide by 2, and get 5 over 9. And our answer will be A. Now let's move on to number 4. Now you might be saying, Mr. Martinez, we didn't do area. We didn't learn area. Yes, you did in 4th grade. What is area? Length times width. So if I had a rectangle that was 5 feet by 6 feet, I would have an area of 30 feet. So here we're going to be doing the exact same thing, but with fractions. So here Mr. Sanchez planted a tomato garden. The length of the garden are shown below. So we have 3/4 and 3/4. So we're going to multiply them and get 9 over 16. Let's check to simplify. 1 times 9, 3 times 3. 1 times 16, 2 times 8, 4 times 4. Is there anything they have in common? No GCF? That means it's already simplified. So D is our answer. Next one. A bulletin board in Mrs. Kerr's class has a width of 7/8 meters and a length of 5/7 meters. What is the area of the bulletin board? So yeah, we have models, but we don't really need them because we have the numbers here. 7 times 5 is 35. 8 times 7 is 56. What gives me 35? 1 times 35 and 5 times 7. What gives me 56? 1 times 56 2 times 28, 8 times 7. 7 is our GCF. Divide by 7, divide by 7, and I will get 5/8, which would be C. So we've done 5 problems, and they haven't been hard. It's just straight multiplication. Next one. Abby draws a rectangle with a width of 6/11 feet and the length of 4/7 feet. What is the area of the rectangle? 24. 11 times 7, 77. That's it. 24/77 is our answer. All right. Now, this is where it might get a little confusing, right? Because we haven't been familiar. This is a 4th grade skill combined with 5th grade skill. So this is a skill that is going to be using comparison. I just want to give you a little hint, right? Anything times a fraction, right, will be less than anything. Anything times an improper fraction will be greater than A, right? Anything times a mixed number will be greater than anything. And anything times a fraction like 3/3 or 4/4 will be equal. All right. I wanted to show you that because with that little cheat sheet, you can just look at them and scan through which is going to be greater. So which of the following multiplication problems has a product greater than 3/8? So what I would do is you can multiply them and then cross multiply your answer. So for example, I'm going to zoom in a little bit here. So we got to compare 3/8 to 1/2. So let's see. 3/8, 3 times 1 is 3. 8 times 2 is 16. Now, if I wanted to compare it to 3/8, cross multiply. 8 times 3 is 24. 6 times 3 is 48. Is this greater than 3/8? No, because this gave you 24 and 3/8 gave you 48. So A is incorrect. Let's check B. We're going to 3 times 2. Sorry, not cross multiply. 8 times 5 is 40. If you want to make your life easier, I would simplify this by 2 and get 3/20. Now let's compare it to 3/8. 3 times 8 is 24. 20 times 3 is 60. 60, 3/8 is still greater, but we want to get a fraction that's going to be bigger than 3/8. So if you notice, 3/8 times a fraction will always be smaller. 3/8 times a fraction will always be smaller. Let's try 3/8 times 3/3. It should be, according to my cheat sheet, it should be equal. 3 times 3 is 9. Whoa. Sorry about that. 3 times 3 is 9. 8 times 3 is 24. Let's compare it to 3/8. 8 times 9 is 72. 24 times 3, let's see, 12, 72. So this is equal. So in this case, it's not greater, so it's still wrong. So if you notice, by looking at my cheat sheet, I said a mixed number or an improper fraction will give you something big. So it looks like E and F are going to be our answers. But let's double check. 3 times 2 is 6. 8 times 3 is 24. Let's simplify that by 6. And we should get 1/4. And let's compare it to 3/8. This is going to give me 8. This is going to give me 4. Right? So in this case, in this case, 2/3 is greater than 3/8. So D is an answer. Because if you see, 1/4 gave you 8 and 3/8 gave you 4, meaning that 1/4 is greater than 3/8. So D is an answer. Let's look at E. It's improper, so we should already know it's going to be greater. 3 times 4 is 12, and 8 times 3 is 24. I can simplify that by 12 to get 1/2 if I wanted to. and then compare it to 3/8. This is 8, and this is going to give me 6. 8 is greater, so 1/2 is greater than 3/8. And don't worry, if we're still stuck, when I come back, I'll do a whole lesson on this before I test, I promise. I won't let you come into the test without knowing this. Same thing here, we have an improper fraction, so it should give us 24 over 8 times 7 is 56, right? Compared to 3/8. So it's gonna be so I can automatically tell, right, that this is greater. So F is an answer. So our answers for number, what number is this? It's blurry. Number 7 is D, E, and F. All right, and here, number 8, we have to follow which statement is true. So remember the trick, anything times a mixed number should be bigger. Anything times a fraction like 2 over 2 should be equal, and everything that is less than a fraction should be smaller. But those you have to double check. So let's see which statement is true. It says 8/9 times 1 and 1/2 is less than 8/9. We can solve it. Let me make it go mad, which is 2 plus 1, that's 3 over 2. 8 times 3 is 24. 9 times 2 is 18. Is this smaller than 8/9? No, that is actually greater. So A, right, is wrong. Sorry, wrong. Let's look at B. It says 1/2 times 2 over 2 is equal to 1/2. Let's see. 1/2 times 2 over 2. It's going to give me 2 over 4. Can simplify by 2, simplify by 2. And that is 1/2. So they are equal. So B is the answer. So I didn't even get to go to C and D, and I already know that's my answer. Okay, so this one, which of the following expressions represents a value greater than 7/9? So we want to get 7/9 times an improper fraction or 7/9 times a mixed number. So just by looking at this, we have fraction, fraction. This is equal to 1, so this will be equal, and this will be improper. So our answer should be A, and let me show you why. 7 times 4 is 28, and 9 times 3 is 27. 28 and 27, when compared to 7/9, you should know that 28 times 9, 72, 18, 25. 252 over here. And 27 times 7, 49, 14, 18. So you should know that 252 is greater. So 28 over 27, right, which is the result of A, is greater than 7/9. All right, let me actually move this here so we can see the whole question. All right, next one. Which of the following statements are true? Select 3 that apply. By the way, I haven't even done this review. This was from 2 years ago, right? Because it's very similar. So I haven't done it in 2 years. So I don't really remember the answer. So I'm kind of doing it with you guys. I thought it'd be better to just do it with you guys instead of having the answers pre-plugged. So which of the following statements are true? Select 3 that apply. So we need 3 answers. It already tells you 3. So 3/4 times 6/5 is greater than 3/4. The answer is yes. Why? Because 6/5 is improper, which will make it bigger than 3/4. 3/4 times 5 over 5 is greater than 3/4. No, because since 5 over 5 is 1, it would be equal. So this is wrong. 3/4 times 4 over 5 is greater than 3/4. I would have to find that out. So let's see. Since it's a fraction, you should always work it out. 12 over 20. 3/4 times 4/5 is going to give you 12 over 20. And then let's compare it. Let's simplify this first. Should be 6 over 10. And then should be divided by 2, 3 over 5. So let's compare 3 over 5, right, compared to 3/4. So it's saying that 3/4 is greater. Let's see. 12, 15. 3/4 is greater, so C is an answer. Let's try 3/5 times 3/5. It's going to give me 9 over 25. So I want to cross multiply that. 75, and 45. So it's actually not equal. So this would be wrong. And let's try F. 3/5 times 1/5. This is easy. 3 and 1. They already have a common denominator. We know that 3 is greater, right? So this is, so 3 times 1 is going to give us 3/25, which is actually, yes, less than 3/5. So F is your answer. So the answer for number 10 is A, C, and F. We're almost halfway there. Which number can be used in the box to make the number sentence true? So we need to put a fraction here that when we multiply, it'll be smaller. Remember, the alligator, the L means less, right? The alligator likes to eat the bigger number. So 6/5 times blank is less than 6/5. So remember, to get something smaller, you have to multiply by a fraction. So if you look at it, this is mixed, this is improper, this is fraction, and this is 7/7, which is equal to 1. So let me try C. Let's plug in 2/3. 6 times 2 is 12. 5 times 3 is 15. Now let's cross multiply to see. 5 times 12 is 60. 15 times 6, I don't know that, so let's see. 30, 90. Okay, so 6/5 is greater, meaning that 12/15 is less than 6/5, so C is our answer. A lot of comparing fractions in this one. All right, which of the following statements are true? Select all that apply. So we want to get stuff that is true. So for example, something times a fraction is less than that something, true. Something times a fraction is less than the fraction itself, not true, right? Because you would do this, which would give me 14/3, right? So we know 14 is bigger than 2, so this can't be it. 7 times 3/4 is greater than 3/4. Yeah, it's greater than the fraction, but won't be greater than the whole number. Let's find out why. 7/1 times 3/4 would give me 21/4. So if I wanted to compare it to 3/4, the alligator is obviously going to eat the 21. 7 times 7/7. We know that 7/7 is equal to 1, correct? So that's going to give 7. So 7 times 7/7 is equal to 7, and it's not equal to 1. So that's incorrect. 7 times a mixed number, since it's greater than 1, it's going to be greater than that 7. And then 7 times an improper fraction should be bigger than 7, not less than 7. So for these, we really have to read the words carefully. All right, now back to some regular multiplying. Miss Jimenez bought 3/4 of a soda. Her students drank 2/3 of the soda for lunch. How many gallons of soda did they drink? 3/4 times 2/3. 6/12. Check to simplify. GCF is 6. Divide by 6, divide by 6, 1/2. So B is our answer. All right, let me move this one down. So this is one of the few ones that we have to know. This one and one were the only ones that I had to, we have to understand the models. So during the Blue Lakes field trip run, Sophie noticed that 3/4 of the runners were under the age of 9. Out of that age group, 2/3 were boys. Which diagram represents the fractions of boys who are 9 years old or younger? Let's multiply. 6/12. So we need to select 2 of them that apply. So first thing first, you got 6/12. So which shape would represent 6/12? So C is one of it, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 are shaded out of 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So C is 1. And how can I find the other one? Let's simplify. 1 times 6, 2 times 3. 1 times 12, 2 times 6, 3 times 4. 6 is my GCF, which is 1/2. So A, 1 out of 2. That one's pretty easy. That one's just understanding the models. All right, now let's get into some mixed numbers. Let me make this a little bigger so I have space to write. So Abel has 3 and 3/7 bags of ice cream. All of the bags held the same amount, hold, not held. Come on, Mr. Martinez. hold the same amount of ice cream. Of Abel's 3 3/7 bags of ice cream, 7/8 was strawberry ice cream. How many bags of strawberry ice cream did Abel have? So we're going to multiply. Make it go mad because it's a mixed number. And in order to make a mixed number be able, in order to multiply a mixed number, they have to be improper. 3 times 7 is 21 plus 3, 24 over 7 times 2 over 7. Now let's multiply. 24 times 2, 48. 7 times 7 is 49. Now, let's see what happened here. Maybe we made a mistake. Maybe we didn't. So 3 times 7 is 21 plus 3. 3 times 7 is 21 plus 3 is 24. 24 times 2, 7. So 48 49s. So 48 49s would be how much strawberry ice cream there is. And our answer is not there. Should we check to simplify? But I know nothing is going to give me that because here's 1 times 49 and 7 times 7. 1 times 48. 2 times 24. 8 times 6. There might have been a typo here, so hopefully in your test it should be fixed. Let's make D 48 out of 49. So in this case, D is our answer. Sorry about that, guys. Like I said, I just put it in and I wanted to go over it with you guys. On a rainy day, Saul and his mom watched TV for 3.5 hours. They played Fortnite for 1.5 times as long as they watched TV. How many hours did Saul and his mom play Fortnite? So 3.5 times 1 1/5. Let's make them improper. 3 times 2 is 6, plus 1 is 7 over 2. 1 times 5 is 5, plus 1 is 6 over 5. Let's multiply. 42 over 10. So now we divide. That goes in 4 times, which is going to give me 40. Subtract, that's 2. Grapple hook it, 2 over 10. Now 4 and 2 over 10 isn't there, so let me check to simplify. So 2 is my GCF. Divide by 2, divide by 2. 4 and 1/5 is my answer, so A. Almost done, guys, I promise. All right, let me put this down so I can catch up. Perfect. So Samantha did homework for 2/3 of an hour. She spent 4/5 of that time working on math, which shows the fractions of time worked on math. So this one is a little bit weird. I'm most likely going to give you the answer when it comes to the test because the models are different. This is the one we did with the 2 colors. Remember, like we used red and blue. Where do the red and the blue meet? This is the same thing, but it had lines going diagonally, right? So we would get 8 over 15. So my suggestion is find out which one has 15 boxes. So obviously this isn't 15 boxes, so this one can't be it. So all of these have 15 boxes. So you want to find out where the X's are. So notice how you have lines going this way and lines going that way. So where the lines make crosses or X's is your answer. So we want 8 X's. So that one would be, I would say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, right? Because here we got 2/3, 1, 2 out of 3. And then we got 4/5. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yes, so C is our answer. That one's funny. I'll help you guys out on the test on that one. Trust me. All right, so this one we learned on Friday. If you watched the YouTube video, it would have helped. So this is just dealing with fractions in numerical expressions. So it's very simple. Follow PEMDAS. Parentheses first. 26 times 5. That's 30. 10, 130. Plus 30 over 5 plus 4. Now we have to divide this. 30 divided by 5 is 6. 130 plus 6 is 136. Plus 4, 140. Winner, winner, chicken dinner. B is our answer. All right, next one. Same thing here, parentheses first. 14 plus 7 is 21. Now we can multiply by that. Put it over 1. 21 times 5 should be 105. 6 times 1 is 6. Let's divide it. 105 divided by 6. 6 goes into 10 one time. It's going to give me 4. Bring down the 5. 6 goes into 45 7 times, which is 42. Subtract, that's 3. 3, 6. I don't see that there, but I can simplify it. 1 times 3, 1 times 6, 2 times 3. So we can divide by 3 and get 17 1/2. C. All right, let's work on 20. Let's use the parentheses first, following PEMDAS. Make it over 1. 8 times 3 is 24. 1 times 4 is 4. Times 1/2. So now 24 times 1 is 24. 4 times 2 is 8. Improper fraction. I can make it, leave it improper because this is probably in the test, probably gonna be a bubbly one. We can leave it improper. So let's check to simplify. 1 times 24, 2 times 12, 3 times 8, and 4 times 6. 1 times 8 and 2 times 4. So 8 is the improper is GCF. And we should have gotten 3 over 1. So our answer here is 3 over 1. Or we could have said 24 divided by 8 is 3. Or 3. So either or is correct. Okay, why doesn't that mean type? Perfect. Either or. All right, which number expression represents 3/5 the sum of 6 and 4? So 3/5 the sum of 6 and 4. So we know sum is plus, so the sum of 6 and 4 and 3/5. So I would say the sum, what is 3/5? Sorry, 3/5. What is the sum of 3/5? So the answer here is C. All right, next one. Which expression can be used to solve the problem below? What is 1/5 of the product of 13 and 2? So we want 1/5 times the product of 13 and 2. So we want to get that first. So it should look like that. B is our answer. All right, last but not least, which numerical expression represents 3/4 of the product of 2/5 and 12? 12. Come on, Mr. Martinez, typo. 12ths. That's funny. All right. So what represents 3/4 of the product of 2/5 and 12? So we want something that looks like this. And I would put this in parentheses. So something like that or flipped. So in this case, we got it right. In this case, the answer is B. So guys, don't worry. When I get back, we're going to go over some of these. I promise any confusions I'll be able to clear up for you guys. All right. We'll be A-okay and ready to pass this test. All right. Love you guys. See you guys in the next video. Catch you guys later.